Hello, all my gay best friends. How are we today? It is February 7th, 1 week away until Valentine's Day. I hope you are having a marvelous day wherever you are. Hope it's fucking fantastic. I think this is going to be an amazing week coming up because I am home in Florida. Don't get me wrong, I love New Jersey. I love New York. However, when the chips are down, I've noticed over the last 4 years, I've become more acclimated to Florida lifestyle than I have the New York lifestyle. But I am here to tell you a little bit about my adventure. I had the worst airplane ride last night. It was supposed to be about 2 hours and 36 minutes. It was 4 hours and 16 minutes. Oh my God. I'm not going to completely blame the airline. However, maybe after 4 updates on changing the time. Now, when they changed the time on me when we were supposed to take off, I am not shitting it with you. I originally was set to leave at 8 p.m. Then I got told it was 9:54 p.m., so I got delayed. Then I got told it was 11. Then I got told it was 10:15, something like that. Then I got told it was 10 p.m. So it didn't just get pushed back. It wound up going back and forth. And I was waiting for an hour and a half before I was due to leave, before I ran to the airport. So I wasn't sitting there all night. But as soon as I started noticing a trend where it would be, oh, you're not leaving until 11. Oh, just kidding. You're leaving at 9:54. Oh, and I was like, no, you can't go backwards now. Now I got to run. So I wound up running to the airport. I made it, got on my plane for a 10 p.m. flight. We get up in the air. There is so much turbulence because of some storm. I don't know if it was a storm named Gale or it was gale force winds. We flew through it. We flew through her like you would not believe. I can take some turbulence. I can take roller coaster rides. I can take all of that. Motion sickness does not affect this girl. However, let's just say that the airplane dropped out of the sky like 4 or 5 times, was all rocky, things were rolling all around the floor. No lie, 3 people that I know of on the plane got sick from the turbulence. And we were told, by the way, the airline, or the Orlando International Airport, I shit you not, look this up, was closed. We get in the air and we are told, oh, they closed the airport, by the way. So hopefully they'll reopen it. But just so you know, we're going to be basically flying around circles over Georgia until they tell us what to do. They're expecting it to be about an hour-long wait. Hour and 15 minutes of us circling over Georgia before they decided, oh, yeah, it's reopened. I guess the only alternative we would have had was to find another airport to detour to and land, which I'm glad we didn't have to do that because I had somebody coming to pick me up. But I was supposed to be home by 11:30, 12:30. Yeah, 12:30, 12:45 I was supposed to be home. I didn't get off the plane until almost 2:30 in the morning. It was over a 4-hour flight for my 2 hour and 36 minute, 2 hour and 40 minute flight. It was nuts, and I was so grateful to be home after that. I know this isn't the right term for it, but I felt so jet lagged. By the time I got off, I was feeling nauseous. I wasn't able to fall asleep until like after 4 a.m. Thank goodness I didn't have work today. I don't know what I would have done. I would have never made it through the day. I would still be working. It's after 7 o'clock at night, I would still be at work until 8 p.m. There's no way I would have been able to make it. So thank God I did not have to do that. Have you guys had horrible airline experiences like this before? Now, mind you, I'm not naming the airline mainly because it wasn't particularly their fault. It was the weather, but it could have been handled better. And I am not looking to get sued or cease and desist. So I'm not going to throw anybody under the bus. But have you guys had bad airline experiences where you became a praying girl and was like, oh my God, this is it? Because there was a moment or two I kind of was a little worried that what would happen. The thought went through my head, what would happen if I didn't make this, didn't get off the plane alive? And then I was thinking how horrible things happen in threes, and Kobe Bryant and his daughter recently passed away in I think it was a helicopter flight. It was some kind of plane, aircraft thing in California that ended their lives. And I was thinking, is this going to be the third? Wow, am I the third? This is nuts. But made it through. I am here. I am grateful. Hugged my kids extra hard this morning. Kissed my husband a little extra longer this morning. So that was great. Now, I did do a lot of things in New York, and I posted a bunch of them on Instagram that I had never done before. Now, I grew up in North Jersey and lived in New Jersey up until 4 years ago, and I am 42 years old. So I just moved down here a little over 4 years ago, or just about 4 years ago. And I did so many things that I had never done before up there. Guys, I took the subway for the first time. Now, I know what you're thinking. Are you shitting with me? You've lived up there. You've been to the city so many times, and you've never taken a subway. No, I have not. I have either driven into the city from New Jersey with a car, or I have taken the New Jersey Path system, which is idiot-proof for someone like me. When it came to the subway, I was always very nervous and scared because they come in colors, they are numbers, they are letters. You take the F up to the 2, up to the J, and then you transfer here, and then you take the red dot thing here. And I'm geographically challenged. I admit that. So fuck that. I was not ever doing the subway. Plus, I've heard some really, really shady stories about the subway. People getting mugged, it smelling like piss, it, crawling over like hypodermic needled individuals. I have heard so much negativity about the New York subway system, and that is how it's been portrayed in the world, the media. So I was not about to fuck with that, but I was with a friend who takes the subway all the time, and she said, "Are you kidding? Let's do the subway." Girl, I did the subway. It was not that bad. It was not very different than the Path trains that I normally took. When you take the New Jersey Path system, you take it from New Jersey, takes you into New York, and it's foolproof. You literally go to, 9th Street, 14th, Christopher Street, 33rd Street. Anything above 33rd Street, you would get off at 33rd, and you start taking the Soulsmobile. That's right. You walked your ass the 20-something blocks to get up to Broadway. You walked, the theater district. You'd walk your ass up to 6th Avenue to go up to Rockefeller Center if that was where you were going. So that's how I've always done it. But I'm not interested in ever going back on the subway. But I wouldn't say no if I had a clear-cut understanding of where I was going, where I was transferring on and off to. So I get that. So props to the mayor over in New York City cleaning up the subways, because I can't imagine they were that clean and that well put together 20 years ago when I was going into the city on a regular, 10 years ago when I was going into the city on a regular. So hats off to New York City for that. Hats off to 30 Rock. I went to 30 Rockefeller Center inside the building for the first time ever, actually. I've done other buildings. I've done Time Warner Center. I've done World Trade Center. I've done a lot of historical buildings like that. 30 Rockefeller Center was one that I've never been in. So I took the 30 Rock tour, where you meet up with one of, or a couple of the pages who are the interns at 30 Rock, and you got to see some really cool shit. You got to walk around the building. You got to see Saturday Night Live set, like live and in person. Like, there it is. And of course, what they say is true. Everything is so much smaller in person than what it appears on TV, which is great. I mean, I thought that was amazing. And I've done a couple of other things that I've never done before. I did see Mean Girls on Broadway. I have seen musicals before, but just not Mean Girls. I'm sure I saw the movie years ago, but it was fun to watch this. And I've noticed something about Broadway theater, that they use a lot less sets now. And I was talking to a friend about this, and they were telling me how it's mostly screened projections and computer walls that do a lot of the set design for you. So there aren't a lot of props when it comes to like building sets. It's mostly CGI and computer graphics all around you, which was really neat. And I guess if that's the way that it's going to be moving towards for cheaper productions, well, then I want to see the price for tickets to go down too, so everybody can see them, be able to enjoy Broadway musicals and theater, which was great. So I've done that. I went into an Amazon Go. Okay, let's talk. I saw a YouTube video about someone in Seattle, Washington, maybe, went to an Amazon Go where they logged in on their phone to their Prime account. They scanned the barcode that you could find on the Amazon Prime shopping account. It says Amazon Go, and these little glass doors open, and you get to walk in. And it's a little grocery shop. It's kind of like a bodega where they have sandwiches, they have freshly made salads. The prices were not crazy for New York City. A freshly made salad was $7.99, which is standard anywhere, I think. And they make them there back of house, fresh every day. I wound up getting myself a vanilla seltzer by Dry, I believe the name of the company was. It's on my Instagram, and I did a little video with that, and it was $1.69, and it was about 24 ounces of flavored seltzer in a glass bottle, which, yes, this bitch recycled. Thank you very much. So I had a really good time. And then, you picked what you wanted, if you wanted anything. And then you walked out the store. You could put that shit in your pocket and you just leave. You don't have to scan anything. You do not have to, wait in any kind of lines. You just walked out. And I got a little nervous, I'm not going to lie. My friend and I grabbed a drink because we wanted to check it out. And, one of the cool parts about this too, by the way, and I don't know if it's like this anywhere else, but in New York City, they have free Wi-Fi, and they have tables and chairs where you can set up your laptop and hang out there for a little bit, kind of like a cafe situation. They had Starbucks coffee that you can make there. So I have a feeling this is going to grow into something huge. If not like Amazon itself, like the whole grassroots thing where it just starts to blow up. More and more people are using them instead of Starbucks in the city, because Starbucks are saturated. They're overly saturated with people sitting down with their laptops having meetings. I say Amazon Go is the next place for this. But you walk out with your product. throw it in your bag, throw it in your pocket, hold it in your hand. And we walked out. And we were waiting for the police to come. Because if